Hello, I'm Tim Burt. You're familiar with the word association game, right? Where somebody says a word and then you're supposed to respond with the first thing that comes to your mind. Well, if I said the word soda, what do you think of? Okay, what about mattress? Well, I'm not sure what you thought of, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't the worst terrorist attack on American soil. Today is September 11th, 2016, the 15th anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Now, just this week, we had two high-profile incidents where advertisers decided to play the word association game with September 11th. One was a joint effort between Walmart and Coca-Cola with their display of the Twin Towers made from cases of Coca-Cola Zero. Once this photo hit Twitter and its predictable backlash kicked in, the display was removed. Now, the other, which I highlighted in a separate video, is Miracle Mattress in San Antonio, Texas, who decided it would be cute and or clever to have a Twin Towers sale playing off the term twin mattress. They had to temporarily close their stores due to death threats. So these two instances bring up a far bigger question. Is it ever okay to use 9/11 to promote a business? Well, if you're in advertising of any kind on any medium, there's some very important things you should know about today's audience that I'm going to show you in this snapshot. As of today, September 11th, 2016, there are really four groups of people that view 9/11 quite differently, especially here in the United States. Now, their perspective will vary greatly, and it all has to do with emotions. Now, the first and largest group is people over the age of 37. Your average adults. They know exactly where they were when they heard the first reports of the planes hitting the towers. Group number two is adults who are between the ages of 30 and 36. Now, in 2001, they were between 15 and 21 years old. 9/11 means something to them, yet they were in a transitional period in their life between adolescence and adulthood. Just like group number one, they knew that their life would be different, but unlike group number one, they hadn't really had enough time to live. Our third group is people who are between the ages of 23 and 29. Now, keep in mind, on September 11th, 2001, they were between the ages of 8 and 14. On the younger end of this scale, they're just old enough to recall 9/11 or something about it, while the older end may remember that day, maybe even vividly. But here's the key. Even though they can remember it, 9/11 holds no real significance in their life. The final group is anyone who is, right now, 0 to 22. To them, 9/11 may as well have happened in 1901. It's like reading about Abraham Lincoln getting shot. There is no emotional connection, and thus almost not real. So here's the big difference between groups 3 and 4, we call them Millennials, Gen Y, whatever, the younger end of the audience. The internet and technology. In 2001, smartphones didn't exist, nor did social media as we know it today. People communicated online primarily via email and chatting or instant messages. Texting was in its infancy. So when you combine something in their minds that is as real as a unicorn or Bigfoot with the easy and massive computing power of today, you get things like this.
Name a popular fruit.
Orange.
Clay Aiken.
Something in your closet.
Shoes.
Scary Monsters.
Your favorite holiday.
Christmas.
9/11.
Like I was thinking the other day that you can figure out how bad a person you are by how soon after September 11th you masturbated, like how long you waited. And for me, it was between the two buildings going down. So I have a feeling that I had to do it. I had to. Otherwise, they win. That's the way I was looking at it at the time. This was a strange time for all of us.
You're stuck with that.
Allah Akbar! We're gonna take control of this plane. We're gonna 9/11 it unless Morty Smith gets better grades in math.
9/11. Oh, there it is. We did it, Brian. We made 9/11 happen. High five!
All right, high five!
Hey! Well, that probably wouldn't look very good out of context.
Now, if you think that 9/11 was an inside job, an outside job, a hoax, or whatever, that is irrelevant. What is relevant is that in the minds of most Americans, it is something not to be tampered with, ever. Exploiting the loss of over 3,000 innocent people to sell soda or mattresses, or anything for that matter, it's just not smart. Again, ask Miracle Mattress in San Antonio, Texas. They got death threats. Even this ad from 2006 for a gimmicky coin seems just wrong, even though it is commemorative. Now, can you use a potential terrorist attack to sell something? Well, sure, it's one of the tent poles of the prepper industry. But instead of saying, "Were you prepared on 9/11?" However, a phrase such as, "You never know when the next terrorist attack might occur," that can evoke the same emotional response in the audience. The key difference here is there is an inherent natural connection between terrorism and being prepared for an emergency. Now, you might be saying, "But Tim, what about the Budweiser ad with the Clydesdales? That used 9/11. Not directly, indirectly, yes, but not directly. And it's also a different set of circumstances. They weren't trying to sell anything. A very, very rare, unique situation. Now, on December 7th, 2016, will be the 75th anniversary of the Pearl Harbor attacks. Do you really think that there are going to be Japanese airlines that are saying, "Hey, we're having a kamikaze airfare sale to Hawaii"? Or do you think that jewelers in Honolulu will be having extreme crazy markdowns on pearls? So, should 9/11 ever be used in advertising? In my opinion, no. But for those in groups 3 and 4, the younger end, the Gen Ys, the Millennials, as they get older, they're going to be very tempted to. And all I'm going to say is, if you want to do that, you're going to do so at your own risk. We've seen this week firsthand what can happen when a business devises their own advertising displays and writes their own commercials without proper guidance. I'm Tim Burt. Thank you for watching.